Hi, I'm Pantazi. When we're working with Kyusho, real Kyusho, and we're teaching novices and experienced law enforcement, many different fighters, there's one target that really stands out to me. It's a great target. It's great for sport. You could use this in boxing with gloves. You could use it at MMA. You can use it as a street self-defense. Officers can use it for control. And it's a very benign target, and not too many people think of it. And I've used this in my Kyusho tactical program. I've used it in the women's self-protection, or the Kyusho self-protection program. I've taught it to kids. I've had a couple feedbacks where people have used this in a reality situation, and in a panic situation where they were attacked, and they said the person was just totally incapacitated instantly, and they were very amazed at it worked so well, so fast, as well as a little scared. Because when you do Kyusho for real, and you put the intent behind it, and there's a lot of power on your part, a lot of nervous activity, everything is just into it. As that intent goes, the Kyusho picks up the power. When you see the demonstrations on videos of people just doing techniques back and forth, that's not really an intense situation. That's an instructional situation, and you're trying to make that fine line between a reality and getting the effect to work so people can see the ramifications. So when you do these for real, they have much more effect. Now, this target was used also in one of the first UFCs. There was I think he was a judoka against a large sumo wrestler, and he targeted this guy with a slap, and the guy passed right out. And everybody in the crowd was going crazy. They thought the guy dove for him, you know, the old antics of the old boxing. The guy would just get knocked out, faking it. And there was such clamor about it, but when you study Kyusho, you could instantly see what was affected. And this has happened many times. That target is a nerve that's very exposed, because this is very thin skin, and it's underlaid by bone. So you can pinch that nerve right against the bone, but it has to have a certain trajectory. Now, the trajectory that you need to use is down toward the nose.
Let's take a look at the deeper anatomy here. Here you have the malar region, or what's commonly referred to as the cheek region. All right, now down here you have the mandibular region. Up and through here is the malar region. So let's peel away some of this this fascia and skin, and we see a nerve poking out right in through here, but we're interested in the one that comes up. So let's get rid of the muscle as well. Now we can see that there's a foramen right in the cheekbone, right in through here, and you have this facial nerve right in through here, and this nerve, let me highlight it here for you, just this blue nerve right in through here is called the zygomaticofacial nerve. All right, now in back we see a nerve coming up right by the eyebrow, and we see some nerve activity in here. Now this nerve is the temporal nerve, or the central nerve number 7, and right behind this bone, let me hide this bone for you, okay, let's show that again, let's just fade it out. Okay, if we zoom in, we can see that this facial nerve right in through here, which right here comes in, and it ties right into this nerve. Now this nerve that's in blue right now is called the zygomaticotemporal nerve. And that's what we're striking when we hit this area. We're hitting branches that you don't see. This illustration has just got so many major nerves, but not so much the minor nerves. So let's zoom in just a little bit more on that area. We can see how that nerve ties right in with the, oops, I got the wrong thing. get it in there. Okay, so we can see how it ties all in. So it's this nerve here that we're actually attacking. Now that nerve also ties into the trigeminal nerve, which, as we know, attach right into the pons of the brain. So that's just a little bit more in-depth anatomy for you. We'll zoom in once again. We'll unhide that bone. Let's show it. So you can see the facial nerve comes right out. This temporal nerve is tucked in back just a little bit, but when you strike it, what's happening at the corner of the eyes, you're going to have this facial nerve. And then up at the corner of the eyebrow, you'll have this exiting of this slight little nerve right in through here, the zygomatico-temporal. And what happens is you attack this, and you also get this nerve here, the temporal nerve as well, out of the nervous, the number 7 nerve, cranial nerve number 7. And so we're attacking 3 nerves. This one and this one here are again tied into the trigeminal nerve, as we know from prior podcasts. A very important nerve because it ties right in with the pons in the brainstem itself. And then you also have this nerve in through here, which is the temporal nerve, or the cranial nerve number 7. So this nerve, by the way, is hidden a little bit, but it has more branches and it comes very close to the surface. You'd see it branching if you got a proper dissection of this nerve. And again, this nerve also goes out a little bit more vastly as well. So you're going to be slapping at the corner of the eye, which is right about here. Let's bring this guy up. So you can see the corner of the eye here and right up into the eyebrow region, the base of the eyebrow region. You're either going to be slapping down into here. So if we hide the skin away, you're going to start to see that you get this facial nerve. You've got cranial nerve number 7, and you also have this nerve here, which is your zygomatico-temporal nerve. So that's a little bit more in depth on that. And the nerves you're attacking, when you strike that, it ties in with the optic system. You can cause a temporary blindness, not just because you slap the eye. Even if you didn't slap the eye, this nerve will shut off for a little bit once you have attacked it. And why we also do the lateral headache relief as we work to relieve that temporary blindness. And it depends on, again, how well you're struck.
They cause neurological shock. If you could grab on, sir, boom. I do this. Now he's dizzy, can't see out of that one eye because it takes the vision away a little bit as well, and it's a quick way to escape. If a person is really angered, the man's really angered at me, and he goes to grab me and wrench me up in this kind of a situation and pull me up to show me his teeth or something, it's very easy to just slap one of those two, or I could slap both at the same time as a way to protect myself. So if he grabbed, I could say, stop, okay? Or I could just be moving, please, don't, okay? And cause a neurological dysfunction. That way I can escape, because once you hit these points, the hands spring open. So if he grabs, just a little bit of a hit, he's getting a little dizzy, and that's all you really need to do. Now, I'm not hitting these hard because it's a slap in the face and it's kind of offensive, but you can get the idea of the action. The person throws in a hand strike, whatever, okay? I could say, please, don't hit me, and move to the side. Again, blinding him, okay, and getting me out of the way of the attack, at the same time affecting his neurological system. Now, the meaner he gets at me, or the more intent he throws, the harder the attack goes to him. So if he comes in with a strike, and I just strike, okay.
Now, I'm sorry I'm smiling. That's not a nice thing to do to a person after you knock them on the floor. But this stuff still amazes me. Okay? What did that feel like?
Oh, like a lightning bolt went through me.
I'm sure you could see that there was no way he was going to physically alter his motion and attack me again. There was just a quick stop. I was trying to block his hand. If anybody was looking, all I tried to do was stop his hand. I just happened to hit his head by mistake. Self-defense.